Welcome back. What a discussion we're having. State of the nation, state of the world with my two guests, high-ranking diplomats. They've been so patient, waiting, even as we take those breaks. I hope they won't keep me waiting the next time I'm trying to get a visa at one of the embassies. But let's carry on with this discussion. And of course, Ambassador Marriott, Ambassador Makata, thank you for staying with us. Ambassador Marriott, I want to start with you on this one. Recently, the world celebrated International Justice Day. And we saw you and Ambassador Makata and other envoys gathering to urge Kenya to strengthen its justice system, to live up to the ideals of the 2010 Constitution, to fund the judiciary, and to swear in the judges that need, to back up the manpower that the judiciary needs. But many Kenyans would have asked that same night, because both of you have access to His Excellency the President, have you spoken with him personally on funding the judiciary? They say that they are over 50% budget deficit on swearing in the judges. Ambassador Marriott, is that a discussion you've personally had with the President, I wonder?
So not personally with the President, but certainly with those around him on a regular basis. And I know it's something that he is seized on and wants to make work. And I hope that will happen before too long. We do need to get those judicial appointments made in line with the Constitution. We do need to make sure the judiciary is fully staffed and it's operating independently. All these things are absolutely important functions of the judiciary. And we see across the entire system, from prosecutions to the EACC, to the DCI and so on, working in harmony to get the bad guys and the bad girls and lock them away. It's really important for the functioning of this country's democracy. So I hope we will see some action on supporting those institutions soon. And this is the key thing. It's about supporting institutions, not people, not individuals. It's about neutral institutions that work for the people of Kenya and for Kenya itself.
But Ambassador Marriott, does it then concern you about Kenya's adherence to the rule of law and, of course, constitutionalism more broadly in Kenya? When you look at the delay in funding the judiciary appropriately, swearing in those judges, does that concern you?
So, Kenya is a sovereign country and it does what it wants. The UK is a partner with Kenya. But, as a partner and as a friend of Kenya, we would like to see that judiciary operating at full capacity as soon as possible, including taking on those corruption cases for the benefit of everybody in Kenya. So,
okay.
As I say, I hope
I seem to have missed the last part of that. Ambassador Makata, I'm sure you're listening in as well, and I want to give you a chance to weigh in on this and on that statement that was made on International Justice Day. Is that something, you've also been able to bring up with the executive, even as you issue those public statements?
Well, I think, what you're talking about is that was, I think, point number 5. That was 5 out of 5 on that op-ed that the High Commissioner and I put out together. It was much more inclusive of building those institutions, as the High Commissioner just said, whether training the prosecutors, training the investigators, helping the judiciary. One part of that is to fulfill the obligation to put people in the seats to judge, and so that's one part of it. The goal here has to be again to get across the finish line, to actually do away with the impunity, actually bring people to justice, and if you're missing one component of that, it's not going to happen. And so I think we're committed to every component, to every, not just not investigators, not just prosecution, but the judiciary. And it is important you have to have people with integrity in those positions to rule according to the law. And we're going to continue to push for that, promote that, and encourage that whoever you are, at whatever level you're at, whoever you know, whoever you don't know, that you're going to be brought to justice, because the people that pay for this is the Wananchi. The people that suffer are the citizens.
Ambassador Makata, very strong words that you've issued there, and just echoing off what Ambassador Marriott said. But Ambassador Makata, are you then concerned that after several court orders, Kenyan lawyer Miguna still remains exiled abroad? Does that worry you?
Well, this is a discussion that has to be had. I mean, this is I don't want to weigh into this, because every time if I did, it would be personal, and I'm not going to make it personal.
Why?
Because I have because between certain individuals on social media, some people don't play fair, and I'm not going to have debates on social media about issues that really need to be conversations with Kenyans about their constitution. You have to remember, I'm here to help, I'm here to support, I'm here to elevate this friendship between the United States and Kenya, and do everything we can to assist to bring prosperity to both of our countries together. I'm not here to make decisions on Kenya's constitution. I'm not here to vote. I'm not here to decide who gets elected and who runs for election. That's not my job. My job is to enhance this friendship between the United States and Kenya.
Okay, and I think you've made that very clear. With you, Ambassador Marriott, any concerns about court orders not being obeyed? And this has been a big talking point in the country, at least for the last 2 to 3 years.
Look, the importance of the rule of law is paramount. Implementing laws, implementing constitutions. I think Kenya has got a great constitution. A lot of work went into that. And I know when looking at the BBI, some of the recommendations that have come out of that can actually be delivered by implementing aspects of Kenya's institution that have not taken priority so far. So, I'm a big believer in the rule of law, even if you don't like what it's telling you.
Okay, that's an interesting statement you've made. Big believer in the rule of law, even if you don't like what it's telling you. Because of time, I want to touch on one last topic. And of course, before COVID, a lot of Kenyans were looking forward, and Ambassador Marriott, let me actually start with you on this one, to the possibilities of a new deal between Kenya and the UK post-Brexit. COVID then hit, changing a lot of discussions. But for business people watching this program today, for entrepreneurs, for people who are doing business in the UK, what sort of deals should they expect to see within a post-Brexit deal, even as that is on the table, Ambassador Marriott?
So I'm confident that we will have a trade deal with the region, with Kenya, by the end of this year, by the end of 2020, that allows the continuation of trade that benefits both of our country. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of negotiations. I was on a call yesterday related to this at ministerial level, but I am confident that we can pull it off, and I can give the business community that confidence, I hope, today, that, keep planning for continuity of trade at the end of this year. There will be a free trade deal.
Any idea of what could be in that deal? Anything that you could sort of speak about in specifics briefly?
So we're in negotiations at the moment, so I'm not going to go into specifics, but we know that the UK is one of the third biggest importers of Kenya's goods. As the Prime Minister Johnson said earlier this year, half of the cups of tea on British tables are from Kenya's tea. So, there's lots of mutual interest in keeping that trade going. And we need to convince the Americans to drink a bit more tea as well. But I think that's a British-Kenyan thing.
Ambassador Carter, the challenge has been thrown over to you. Let's also talk about that free trade deal that has raised quite some excitement, but also some see challenges with that as well. Talk to us about that. Where are we with that deal, Ambassador Makata?
Well, I think it is more exciting than it is challenging. I think you'll always have some naysayers. You'll always have some people that are seeing the glass as half empty. I see it as half full. This is an opportunity that a lot of other countries have not had, and we chose Kenya. And we're moving forward. We believe this is going to elevate the size of our both of our economies to a point that it is a win-win for Kenya and for the United States. I'm encouraged by it. We anticipate we can get something done, hopefully by the end of next year. That's best case scenario, and we're encouraged by what's happening. There will be some challenges. There will be some sensitive parts that we're going to have some crucial conversations. But we're willing to have those because we know that in the end, it's going to be something that will bring prosperity to the Wananchi. And it will bring jobs for Kenyans. It will be jobs for Americans. And we're committed to this very serious conversation.
Okay. How has COVID affected that situation? Has it affected the possible size of the deal, the implementation that would be there thereafter? What do you foresee, Ambassador Makata?
Well, I think everything. I mean, everything we do has been affected by this. I mean, the fact that we're not in your studio today is affected by COVID, is it not? I mean, this
very true.
You know, right? I mean, otherwise we would be. But the way that we spent at the beginning of these negotiations, we spent the majority of the time establishing a venue to where we could hear clearly what Kenya was saying, and Kenya could hear clearly what we're saying in Washington, D.C. I mean, we spent over $200,000 actually putting in the technology to where we could actually communicate clearly. So yes, we're making adjustments to COVID, but you know what? It's amazing. We're getting things done. Now, you know, I every time I say that we're getting better through COVID at this, you hear a dog barking in the background or a baby crying, you know, on one of your meetings, and I wonder whether we're ever going to get there. But I think we're getting better at it. We're going to communicate clearly. We're on time. Even as you know, we had some of the negotiators had to deal with COVID themselves because some tested positive. We're going forward. We're getting through this, and we're on track. And I expect some really good news to come out of this.
Okay. And I'm going to give both of you a chance to have a parting shot. Ambassador Marriott, let me start with you on this one, give you a chance to give your last word. And also, I'm sure many Kenyans will be keen to hear your personal experience in Kenya so far, your views, and I can give you this moment to do so.
Thank you. So I'm just coming up for my 1-year anniversary since I arrived here in Kenya, and I'm completely in love with this country. I really am. It's you can't generalize about people, but there's a spirit and an entrepreneurship and a can-do about this country that I absolutely love. And of course, who doesn't love being able to sort of enjoy the wonderful tourism opportunities here as well. So I will build on those, and as I say, hope to get you some more UK tourists before too long.
Okay, that's good news, I'm sure, for those who are listening out there. And Ambassador Makata, even as you have the last word, I'm not sure you've had a chance to witness a Kenyan election yet. I doubt you have, or a referendum. Maybe you would have if COVID hadn't happened and the BBI happened this year. Still an ongoing conversation. But some are asking tonight whether the American election will take place. Please give us your thoughts, Ambassador Makata, even as you give us your parting shot.
No, listen, I have no idea what's going to happen. I suspect everything's going to happen as planned. And the people of the United States are going to get to make their choice. And that's a good thing. I will let me just say though, I think it's important that we end our time here with some good news. And one of the things the United States has done is actually distributed almost over 2 million Marafiki masks. And these are masks that are made in Kenya by Kenyans. And I think the important part is here, it doesn't just say USA Marafiki. It has the Kenyan flag, and it has the message that's in so important, and that's Kuna Tumaini. There is hope. I think as many challenges as we have, both of our countries, in the middle of COVID, we have to remember that there's hope, and that as individuals, we can step up, be good neighbors, take care of one another, and we'll get through this together.
Okay, and you take that as your last word. I was actually going to tell you, Ambassador Makata, that I am willing to be an election observer because your boss had raised concerns about the upcoming election, but you sound very confident that it's going to happen, whatever come what may.
As of now, I do.
Okay, keeping it short and sweet. Thank you so much to the both of you. We've had the UK High Commissioner to Kenya, Ambassador Jane Marriott. Thank you so much for your time. And also the American Ambassador to Kenya, Ambassador Kyle Makata, just for your thoughts and for sharing in on this conversation right here on Newsnight. Thank you so much for your feedback. Everyone who's texted in, 22422 was the SMS line. The hashtag was Newsnight. And thank you for your time. Now, on behalf of the whole team that makes this edition possible. Newsnight, the home edition. You might only see me, but it's a big team that makes this possible. Thank you so much, and thank you to our sign language interpreter as well. Whichever part of the country or the world you're watching this, have a good night. Stay safe. My name is Wahiga Mwaura. We'll see you soon.